The holiday season has landed. On Halloween Day, I went to Target to get some treats for the tricksters who were sure to ring my bell later that night. I had to walk through 4 aisles of Christmas decorations. I had to navigate around 2 aisles of Thanksgiving items. I was in a holiday time warp. Christmas tree displays, ornaments, and lights bring me nostalgically back to my wonder years of family holidays. Sweet memories of carols, ribbons and bows, and cookies. But the holiday paraphernalia also brings me back to the overwhelming obligations I have. The obligations we all have to traditions and family. I love those too, but they are stressful. I'm just one person. I can't be at my in-laws and my own folks' homes for eggnog and gifts, especially when I just split myself into two over the turkey day. I spent more time on the freeway and holiday commute than I did with actual family. How the holy holiday am I going to do it all again? Not only do we have 10 times responsibilities and commitments over the entire span from November 0 to January 32nd, we still have all the usual ones too. Work, kids, friends, spouse, exercise, classes, meetings, get-togethers, golf, yoga, kids. Oh, did I mention kids? Kids! Well, guess what? I have some remedies. I'm not here just to curse the darkness of winter. I'm here to light candles. Put them on your menorah, your mantle, or among your holiday decor. But we got to bring some light to the subject of holiday stress. As the blog title promises, here are some things you can do this holiday season to make your Christmas and Thanksgiving stress-free. Oh, and New Year's too. You ready? Let's get practical so we can get busy shopping, wrapping, giving, and receiving. Number 1, SAD, seasonal affective disorder, aka the winter blues. 2, temptations, eat, drink, and be miserable. 3, no time, too many obligations and commitments, traditions. And number 4, inertia, lack of exercise and motion. Knowledge is power, let's go through them. But I never give you just the knowledge, do I? No, I always give strategies and solutions. 1, SAD, seasonal affective disorder, winter depression and blues. Winter blues and depression. What is seasonal affective disorder? SAD. What is winter depression or winter blues? How does it affect your lifestyle? How can we neutralize it? SAD, aka winter depression, is a mood disorder that affects more than 3 million people in the US and over 7 million people worldwide. Seasonal depression doesn't just affect those in cloudy climates like the Pacific Northwest or Nordic Europe. We are all affected by the shift in the angle of the sun and the fewer hours of daylight as we get through the winter months. Your brain, especially your pineal and pituitary glands, are conditioned to your home climate, and when the sunlight becomes less than what you're used to, we're affected. Whether you live in the South Pole or sunny Southern California like I do, winter has an effect on us all. The rate of addiction relapse skyrockets in the winter. Diet commitments plummet, exercise decreases, bodies store more fat than proteins. This happens due to 2 main reasons. 1, the lack of diurnal activity, motion and sunlight, and 2, the holiday crunch, the extra responsibilities, stress, and temptations. You can't change the equinoxes or solstices. You can't change the holiday calendar. And while it seems you can change your time management and the ways these 2 factors affect you, that's not so easy either. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Sure, seasonal affective disorder sucks, but how? Symptoms of winter depression include a depressed state, feeling withdrawn from life, less or low or no motivation to do things, low self-esteem, loss or increase in appetite, usually increase, and fatigue, especially early evening after sundown. Some less common symptoms include difficulty waking up in the morning, morning sickness, tendency to oversleep, overeating, craving carbohydrates, which leads to weight gain, difficulty concentrating, difficulty completing tasks, withdrawal from friends, family, and social activities. All of this leads to the depression, pessimism, feelings of hopelessness, and lack of pleasure, which characterize a person suffering from this disorder. Most of the treatments for this are based in medications. Anyone who's a regular reader of my editorials know how I feel about that. Meds too often create side effects that are just as undesirable as the thing we're treating. Side effects of antidepressants may include suicidal ideation. What? That's the whole reason people are taking antidepressants. That's called a paradoxical effect, and med companies think it's freaking normal. Prescriptions ain't the answer. In addition to that, meds often fail to work at all, or over time cease to be effective, forcing us to deal with the problem at its source all over again. And that little unpromoted prescription drug feature is called tolerance and immunity. Yeah, so both of these are so consistent, they got names for them. And as long as they disclose it on the ads, it's all good. I don't know about you, but if the car I'm buying has a real possibility of spontaneous combustion when I'm parallel parking, I'm not buying it. I don't care if it's unlikely or just 1 out of 500. That's too much. This is the same government bureaucracy that allows 10 rodent hairs and 50 grams of hot dogs. I'm sorry, but 1 is too much. I don't need 1 rodent hair. I don't need 1 rodent hair. No, 1 suicidal ideation side effect means that med is no good. Just ask Chris Cornell and Robin Williams, among dozens of others worldwide. And let's not forget the daily headlines of every type of prescription medication causing massive addiction crisis, suicidal and homicidal behaviors. Xanax and opiates cause major risks. So I do not recommend nor advocate script meds for any solvable ailments such as SAD or addiction. I've been solving both of them for decades with strategies, training, and hypnotherapy. 90% success in sleep, anxiety, depression, and addiction treatment successes. I've got 90% success. So here's the answer to SAD. Whenever possible, SAD sufferers should get outdoors and take in as much sunlight as possible. Take your lunch outside, put on a sweater, get cozy, and bring a thermos of hot soup and hot chocolate to enjoy outdoors. Dress warm, pack a lunch, and get outside. Even if it's cloudy, the ultraviolet rays still get through. Because a major cause is an individual's constitution and temperament, many things can be done to restore balance to the body's chemistry. I use a light therapy treatment with many of my clients, a specialized device used for just this purpose. You can get these online for $30 to $60. Word of advice, do not use them within 4 hours of bedtime. In addition to that, I help them adjust their diet and other daily routines that can minimize SAD symptoms, and I combine hypnotherapy and biofeedback to adjust the nervous system and subconscious mindset. My biofeedback tool is effective. I love it. I can even use it with clients in other countries and states. With all these strategies combined, SAD rarely stands a chance. And of course, sufferers from depression benefit from these treatments year-round. Our subconscious mind has survival coping mechanisms based on the fight or flight responses to threats it perceives. Winter depressions are categorized as a threat by your subconscious. It's why animals hibernate. They can't get light therapy, pills, or hypnotherapy, but you can. The subconscious creates a battery of coping mechanisms to protect you, which, much like prescribed meds, can make things worse when they're not done properly. The brain generates cravings for junk food, drugs, alcohol, and other behaviors to compensate for lower serotonin. These vices cause an abrupt release of serotonin and other endorphins. Abrupt, unnatural release runs our endorphin well dry. We've run out when we need them the most. The side effects are exponential. Weight, addiction, lethargy, self-deprecation. By the way, your subconscious isn't literally trying to sabotage you. It's just doing its job. It's trying to get you to do things to compensate for the lack of happy chemicals, but it can't speak to you in plain English. So it creates cravings instead. It needs adrenaline and glutamate in balanced doses and more serotonin, so it creates cravings for them. Your mind and body are aware that sugar, carbs, and narcotics get the job done, so it doesn't pick and choose between healthy cravings and unhealthy ones. We are the ones who interpret these cravings as junk food, drugs, or shopping instead of healthy choices. Why? Because of the infamous formula for creating all behaviors, repetition and association. Many of my readers and clients are very familiar with this. I give an annual workshop on it every year. Stand by for that, it's coming. You've repeated junk food, drugs, or other vice behaviors so often, so it's just what your subconscious is familiar with. It has a junk food, drug, bad habits, etc. reference library, and it's looking for a quick fix, so it creates cravings for them. That's the repetition part. In the past, you've indulged in these behaviors and enjoyed them. This is the association part of creating habits and addictions. We've repeated a behavior and associated it as pleasure. Repetition and association. Habit or addiction is now programmed. No time, too many obligations and commitments, traditions. So how about skipping some of those holiday traditions? Traditions hold us to habits, obligations, patterns, and behaviors. As much as they can deplete us, the alternative ain't much of an option because we love our annual holiday party. We love turkey at Aunt Betty's and Christmas cookies at Grandma's. We love the office Christmas Eve party. Sure, it's stressful to manage all the extra obligations and massive expenses over the last quarter of the year, but it's tradition. How can we break with traditions we love? Notice, every one of these traditions is centered around food and booze. Sure, they say it's about family and friends, but if you take away the food and drink, watch these festivities come to a screeching halt. How can we break with traditions we love? We're just one person. We can't be at all places with all people. So what gets cut? Number one, don't overcommit. You got to learn to say no. You can't be everywhere with everyone. Two, make the good old-fashioned list and then prioritize them. Christmas shopping, meal planning, kids, holidays, school play, neighbors, poker nights, overtime at work. The list goes on and on. Make it and then prioritize them. Start numbering them in priority. Once you get to 5 or 7, get texting. Sis, neighbor, coworker, Uncle John, it breaks my heart, but I don't think I can make this year's holiday party. And if things change, I'm definitely going to try to still come. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Your circulation is slower in the winter. We are nature's children, so our bodies and neurology respond to the season change. Circulation is lower during the time of the winter holidays. Less serotonin and more melatonin makes us less motivated. Holiday concerns and obligations use vital energy. What do we do about it? We know we need exercise. We know our lower activity levels are sapping our energy, but it's not so simple to solve, is it? Why? Go back to that repetition association thing I explained earlier. If change were as simple as making up our minds, we'd all be perfect. We've got too much to do. The subconscious reigns supreme. We must appease the subconscious. We got to outsmart it. When you think of motion, activity, and exercise, don't overthink it. Less is more. Get moving. Before or after your outdoor lunch, take a walk. The midday time is prime for healthy endorphin release. 2 birds with 1 stone here. Take your lunch outside and take a walk before or after. What's that you say? It's raining? So what? You got an umbrella, don't you? A hat? A plastic bag? Come on. Where there's a will, there's a way. Even though walking in gloom might seem depressing, the awareness of taking charge and being proactive will totally compensate. Getting your joints and muscles flexed along with some cardio is just what the doctor ordered. No, you don't need to work up a sweat or even hard breathing. Just get your blood circulating. Get some O2, oxygen. It will flow into your ventricles and into your brain, stimulating positive endorphins. Don't wait to jog or for the treadmill. Your daily jog or treadmill routine may get interfered with, postponed, or even canceled. A stroll in the morning, in the afternoon, or any time can be added to the treadmill workout if you do them. And if you run slow, late, skip, or don't do the treadmill, then you're already ahead of the game. Any time and any way you can get some circulation, it will pay dividends. Don't take the elevator, take the stairs. Don't use your downstairs bathroom, use the upstairs one. Don't park at the entrance. Park your car on the far side of the lot, at the shopping mall or grocery store. It all adds up. What's that you say? You're in a hurry? Come on. The extra 30 seconds of parking lot trekking is not going to make you late. Waiting for an appointment? At the doctor or in the waiting room before a meeting? Well, get moving. Take that stroll. Pace the hallway. Multitask. Text or talk while you're walking. See? There are plenty of motion opportunities. Put your excuses in a gift basket and give them away. What is needed is more than a knowledge base of awareness like you're getting here. What is needed is knowledge combined with strategies. Addiction behavior goes way up through the holidays. Whether it's gaming, pornography, food, shopping, alcohol, pills, or any other drug, using episodes are skyrocketing. This isn't alarming news to anyone, but what may surprise you is why? Why does drug abuse and addictive behaviors ramp up from November to past New Year's? And far more vital is, what can we do to minimize the risk and slow it down? Well, what we can do is a lot. First, let's understand why. What causes drug, alcohol, food, and behavioral addictions behaviors to escalate so much over a season that is about family, love, God, and goodwill? We just learned about these causes. These are the 4 main factors that are major triggers to using in relapse episodes. Winter, less daylight, cold temperatures, and biology cause toxic coping mechanisms. 2, too much to do, not enough time. Holiday obligations plus normal ones make life overwhelming. Number 3, temptation. All of our vices are on constant display during the holidays. Food, booze, drugs, shopping. Number 4, inertia. Winter depression, lethargy, weight gain, low energy all make a perfect storm. If changing a behavior were as simple as making up our minds, we'd all be perfect. We need to condition the subconscious mind to new, stable, and healthy behaviors. This takes strategy, and this is where I come in. I don't just teach my clients the knowledge. Knowledge is power, but knowledge unapplied is useless, and we need strategy to apply knowledge. I give you strategies to undo and replace bad habits, addictions, and behaviors, and it can't be the same formula for everyone. We all have different body types, different minds, different likes and dislikes, weaknesses and strengths. This is why rehabs, medications, and conventional therapy fails 8 times out of 10. It's not personalized. It's one size fits all. I teach you in my video courses, books, and live sessions how you can create and customize a formula for you. Your gender, your body type, your ability, your strengths, and your weaknesses. Generic formulas don't work. Train how to customize your self-improvement strategies. Even though winter will soon be over, this mood disorder can often last well into spring for many people. Get the solutions. Oh, and happy holidays. Remember, we're all blessed.